So you're working from home and you can't stay focused. We've all been there. But you've come to the right video because I'm going to help you out. See, I work from a call center. I work from home because of the coronavirus. I don't know when we're going to go back. As you can tell, I have a pretty good setup, but I still get distracted. So I had to go and basically Google and search the entirety of the internet to find good ways to stay focused when I'm working. So what I decided to do is I'm going to make a video about it, but I want to wait a couple more days before I make a video on it. I want to make sure these things work, and they've helped me out a lot. My productivity has gone up so much, and I think it can help you out too. Alright, so first off, I know this is going to seem kind of obvious. This is what you've probably been told all throughout school. First thing you need to do is get this thing out of your sight, because whether that means locking it up in a safe, whether that means throwing it in a drawer, get it out of your sight. Because I can promise you, if this thing is in your view, if it's in your reach, then I can promise you that your productivity is going to go down, and it's not going to be good. So what I do when I'm working is I like to put it on the shelf here, because I don't really, working at a call center, I don't really have time to be turning around or moving around, so I just throw it back there and it works just fine, because I'm the kind of guy, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. So if I can't see it, I don't think about it. So that's why I just throw it back here. And that brings me to my next point, which is to remove all unnecessary clutter, all unnecessary objects from your desk. Because, let me rephrase it. If it doesn't belong on your desk, if it doesn't have a purpose or a reason, just get it off. Sure, and I'll show you my desk here in a minute. But I have a couple pictures. I have a couple pens, couple bottles of lotion. I used to work at a construction site. I ended up leaving that because I kind of got screwed out of my hours there, but that's a whole other video there. But anyway, because of that, my hands always get calloused, or however you say it. That, and when I'm not working, which is, today is my day off, which is why I'm making this video. When I'm not working, I'm usually doing stuff like on my car. I have a car that I'm trying to get fixed up, which, by the way, I'll be making videos on soon, so stay tuned. But yeah, let me show you my desk here. Let me cut it real quick. Alright, so here's my desk. By the way, I will do a video on my microphone setup and all that. I'll do that in another video, but this is the microphone I use to answer calls, and then I just use this as my headset. But as you can see, hardly anything on here. I got the keyboard and mouse, which, by the way, if you're working at home, or you, especially in a call center, you definitely want to invest in these. Found this and this all together for like $20. Highly recommend it. I have my Instagram pulled up on here just because, one, I want you guys to follow that, and two, because again, I don't want people knowing what department I work for. So, and I have a bunch of tabs with my department name on there too, so I just pulled up the Instagram. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. Another good trick is to wake up at a decent time. I personally wake up at 7:30. I don't clock in until 9 o'clock, but 7:30, it gives me time to wake up, kind of lay in bed for a few minutes, gives me time to get cleaned up, get all that other stuff done. It gives me time to eat breakfast. Most importantly, it gives me time to just kind of relax. Let me give myself time to wake up a little bit more. And just that alone helped out so much. Another thing is to go to bed at a decent time. I know it kind of sounds like your mom, but go to bed at a decent time. Trust me, it helps out a lot. I don't go to bed until I think, well, during the weekends I go to bed around like 11 o'clock, maybe even 2 o'clock in the morning some nights. But when I work the next day, I make sure I'm in bed by at least 9 o'clock, or 9 or 9:30. Anything later than that, then it kind of makes my day a little bit rough. All right, staying on the topic of getting up and getting ready for the morning. This one might sound a little weird, but trust me, it helps more than you think. Basically what you want to do is wear something to wear to your office or to wherever you're working. Wear something comfortable, you know. Let me flip the camera here. See, I have work shoes, polo, and some jeans. Now, a lot of time I would wear my slacks, but I don't have any that fit. I don't really see a reason to go get any if I have these. So, yeah. Another really helpful trick is to eat a decent breakfast. You know, even if it's, you don't have to have a full-on eggs, bacon, coffee. You don't have to have all that, you know. Sometimes you just need a peanut butter jelly sandwich, some healthy to drink in the morning, and you're good. For me, I drink sweet tea and just have like one of those Uncrustables. They're pretty good. You know, that gets me through the morning until I go to lunch. And that brings me to my next point. And that is taking a break, because it's kind of like refreshing your brain. It's kind of like waking up a little bit, giving you time to rest. That's kind of what the purpose of a break is. I take one 10-minute break in the morning and then another 10-minute break in the afternoon with a 30-minute lunch in the middle. You know, sometimes I'll go, you know, through the drive-through or whatever, kind of get out of the apartment a little bit, and just that helps a lot. Another thing is when you're on break, don't even think about anything work-related, because if you do that, what's the point of a break? So when you go on break, you're on break. Don't think, okay, I need to do this, that. No, forget it. Don't even think about it. When you end that break, that's when you want to think, okay, now I have to do this, which kind of brings me into, well, not really a tip, but just kind of an extra point. And that is, well, I'm not going to cut, so I'm just going to say it. Which that is like, make a list. Sometimes that helps. You know, for me it helps. I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done. You gotta get that done. I want to have this one done by the end of the day. As you can see here, I have these little sticky notes. I put them on my wall or on my computer or on my desk. I put them there that way I know what I need to do, and I can just cross it off and forget about it. This next one is going to be kind of short and simple. Open a window, get some fresh air in here. It helps out so much. We're about to get hit with a pretty bad storm, so I closed the window. Another thing is just to take a walk, just go outside, get some fresh air, because that helps a lot too. What I do is I walk around the apartment building one time, and that just kind of helps get your mind off work when you're on break. My apartment building is actually pretty huge, as you can probably tell from behind me, so I just walk around it once. But if you have a smaller apartment building, maybe walk 2 or 3 laps, or walk around your entire complex. You know, little things like that can help you out a lot. This staircase smells like cat litter. It's really weird. All right, now that we're back at my desk, we're going to talk about the final 3. So, next one is, what motivates you? Yeah, basically what I like to do, what motivates me, write it down. You don't even have to write it down, just get it, just get motivated. Get it in your head and just say, it's kind of like rewarding yourself, which is another way to do that. I don't really see a point in that just because it doesn't really work for me, but I know it works for other people. And if it works for you, go ahead and do it. But find something that motivates you and kind of say to yourself, okay, if I get this done, then I can go and do this. I don't know what motivates you, whether that's like hanging out with a friend, going out to eat, whether that's even going to a concert. Use that to motivate you. Another way is you just want to set goals. Set goals for yourself. Now I'm not saying set like ambitious goals. I'm saying just set everyday goals, something that you can work for every day, and once you start hitting that, or once you hit that goal, raise it up. I'll use my job for example. As I said before, I work at a call center, and we also do emails and such too. It's pretty cool. Each phone call or each email we call those tickets. So knowing that, I like to shoot for no less than 7 per hour. If that means writing, one way I like to do it is write 1 through 7 on a sticky note, and then each ticket you get done, just cross it out, and then when you get to that next hour, throw the old sticky note away, start again. That's kind of, and then that's like a short-term goal. When you get to a long-term goal, like I said, when you get, let's say it starts hitting 7 per hour all day. Now, let's work on getting 10 an hour, and then 14, and then 20, building your way up. Because especially if you're working sales, for example, I used to work as a direct sales agent, or direct marketing agent, sorry. And we got paid only commissions, meaning if you didn't make a sale that week, you don't get a paycheck. So that's kind of like a slap in the face of reality right there, saying that, if I don't put in the work, I don't get paid. I could show up 2 hours early and stay till we close every day of the week, and I could still get paid nothing if I don't put in the actual work ethic. So I ended up leaving that, and again, that's a whole other video. I'm not even going to get into that. Now for my final step is stop making excuses, because if you keep making excuses, you're going to get nothing done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're gonna get nothing done. And that one's just challenging even for me to do this one for you. Because part of the reason I'm making this video is to challenge myself. Not just to challenge you, but to challenge myself. Because like I said many times, I still struggle with being unfocused at work. We all do. We're all human, And if, let's say you have a day where you're a little bit less productive, or you didn't hit your goal, there's no shame, because if I was to shame you for that, I'd be the most hypocritical person on the planet, because there'd be some days where I only got 1 ticket done for the whole day. And I was just as recent as like last week, that was because I kept making excuses. I kept procrastinating. I kept pushing things off. I didn't everything on this list. I didn't do it, and I only got one ticket done that day. And even then, it took me about 5 hours to do it. Working customer service. You want to get to the customer as soon as possible. You want to help them out. So stop making excuses. And I'm saying this to me as well. Alright, and that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Sorry about that. That's going to be a wrap for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this wasn't really the easiest video to watch. Trust me, it was not an easy video to make. So again, thank you guys for watching. Before you go, I just want to say this was one of the hardest videos I've ever had to make, because all of these tips and tricks are challenges that I'm making to myself, and I challenge you just as much as I'm challenging me. So hopefully your productivity goes higher, and you do some research even outside of this video, because there's all kinds of tips and tricks that can help you out. I just kind of threw together just the general ways to stay focused at work. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go cook dinner. Well, I'm gonna edit, cook dinner, and go to bed at 9:30 because I have work in the morning. Hey, before you go, just want to say stay tuned to my channel, because here in the next 3 or 4 months I have a big announcement coming up, so stay tuned.